Whether it's close up or on stage, everybody loves a good magic trick. Who doesn't enjoy a flash of the impossible happening right in front of their eyes? However, things don't always go as planned. Here are the top 10 magic tricks and stunts that went horribly wrong. What's up, Fanatics? This is Discovery Amuse serving up your daily dose of the most outrageous, outlandish, and out-of-this-world fun facts. Stay tuned for our number one pick because it's a real cautionary tale. Without further ado, abracadabra! Number 10. Chainsaw Massacre. The saw-in-half illusion is one of the most classic tricks in a magician's playbook, but there's a reason why a traditional saw is the tool for the job. Nope, it's not for sentimental reasons, but it's so you can hear the assistant scream when things go wrong. Check out this guy who wanted to raise the stakes. Instead of using the traditional saw, he chose its big bad brother, a chainsaw. And for this trick, who better to help than his wife, right? After the magician's wife entered the box, the trick was ready to go. He easily hacks into his wife's legs as if they were butter. No sweat there. Now, what happens next is absolutely not for the faint of heart, as things turn for the terrifying in the blink of an eye. When the main event came, the wife couldn't successfully slide her head inside to dodge the metal sheet and the incoming chainsaw. But the noise of the humongous death machine plus the mood of the stage was all too deafening that the magician thought his wife's panicking hands were just part of the act. Oblivious to the fact that he was about to commit an actual murder, he proceeds with the magic trick. And when he finally noticed that something was off, it was way too late. We're just getting started. Wait until you see our number one. It's something you only see in horror movies. But before that, number 9. Nailed it! Or not. Polish magician Marcin Polenowicz, a semi-finalist in Poland's Got Talent, was invited to do a nail-biting stunt on live TV. For his smash or stab trick, Polenowicz lined up several paper bags on the table, with one of them containing a 9-inch nail. You know the drill with this one. Avoid slamming your hand on the one with the nail. A little bit of shuffle and boom! Let's give the guy a hand. He was so confident, he even invited one of the hosts, Marzena Rogalska, to try her hand at it too. There's nothing to it, I'm telling you. However, he spoke too soon. When the TV host smashed a paper bag, I guess the viewers didn't expect the live crucifixion. Ouch! Thankfully, the impaled TV host, who has probably sworn off magic since then, was okay after the staff rushed her to the hospital. As they say, a lot can happen on live TV. Number 8. A cut above the rest. No trip to any tourist destination is complete without street performers competing for your attention and some loose change. This particular one in Amsterdam was gathering quite the crowd with his magic act. His assistant? Some random tourist who accepted his challenge. After a little bit of pep talk with a dash of casual flirting, the street artist asked the adventurous vacationer to throw a knife towards him which he's supposed to catch by the hilt. Oh, and he even made a sign of the cross. Yeah, man, that's probably a good idea considering what's going to happen in the next few seconds. Well, at least the girl had a memorable holiday. As for the not-so-sharp street artist, he's probably getting a full-time assistant. Number 7. Cutting Edge Act. Performing a circus act with your life partner is a double-edged sword. On the one hand, the trust is already there, but on the other, would you actually want to risk your lover's life? Circus performer Jade Hanson was invited to a British TV show to set a world record for knife throwing. He had to throw as many knives as he can in 1 minute without hitting his assistant, who's also his girlfriend. Everything was going smoothly, but in the last 10 seconds... I'm so sorry, honey. Just a few seconds more. Hang in there. We need this world record. In the end, Hanson managed to throw 67 blades, and fortunately, his girlfriend's cut was a shallow one. Hopefully, the incident didn't leave a scar on their relationship. Number 6. Why so serious? Full disclosure, I hate clowns. And the likes of Pennywise, Insane Clown Posse, and the Joker didn't really do my clown phobia any favors. And as if we need more reasons to hate them, here's a clown who's not booking any birthday parties anytime soon. I don't know what this guy was thinking for him to perform an act involving fire in front of a young crowd, but he went for it. And you know what's hiding inside the hat he just burned? Nope, it's not a phoenix, just a plain old bird in flames. Somebody ordered a well-done pigeon? Coming right up. Number 5. Drown on his luck. Escape artist Spencer Horseman, not related to BoJack Horseman, wanted to give the audience a preview of his upcoming show with Chris Angel in New Brunswick. He will attempt to escape the infamous water torture cell. Ooh, that sounds so dangerous. After he was tied up with chains that had 16 locks, Horseman proceeded to enter the water torture cell. The goal is to escape the water-filled chamber in 2.5 minutes, while the box is hanging in the air. In the first half of the act, Horseman seemed to be in control of the situation, but after getting out of the handcuffs, he struggled to open the last lock holding the top of the closed chamber. When the 2.5 minutes were up, the staff lowered the box and scrambled to save Horseman from drowning. When he came to, Horseman assured his fans that he was all right, as he let the absurdity of his daredevil act sink in. Number 4. Dead in the water. This next act will leave you breathless, but not nearly as much as the one who actually performed it. Kristen Johnson is so good at escaping she could star in the next season of Prison Break, if there ever will be one. Pretty please. In fact, she has performed her famous water chamber escape countless times with her husband, magician Kevin Ridgway. However, Johnson's performance during an NBA halftime show in 2009 almost got her in deep water, 6 feet deep. Johnson was locked in handcuffs and placed inside a secured tube filled with water. With the drop of a hat, Kristen was free from her chains. The lock on the tube was the only thing left standing between her and freedom! But the lock wouldn't give, and Johnson was seemingly on the verge of blacking out. A minute later, Johnson regained consciousness as audiences cheered her on. Good thing her husband was quick to rescue her. See, husbands can be handy at times. Right, honey? Number 3, bouncing back to life. German athlete Samuel Koch really wanted to show the world he has a spring in his step, huge ones, on both feet, and that he can do amazing things with them, like jumping over cars, and that's exactly what he set out to do on live German TV. In his 4th attempt, Koch tried to pull off a somersault over a moving car, but the result was a total train wreck. He fell face down and motionless as confused audience members gasped in horror. Thankfully, Kangaroo Koch survived the freak accident, but he's now paralyzed from the waist down. He sure bounced back well from that live TV tragedy. Number 2. Help me, I'm not Uma Thurman. Bill Shirk probably wanted to know how Uma Thurman managed to survive after being beaten and buried alive in that famous scene from Kill Bill. So he got himself handcuffed and chained inside a plexiglass coffin and buried 6 feet underground. However, things didn't turn out as expected when the weight of the dirt and cement broke the coffin. Oh shoot, please don't kill Bill! After the assistants did some digging with the help of a backhoe, a hand emerged from the ground. Did Bill turn into a zombie? Nope, he was alive and well and thankful for his second life. Number 1. Fanaticism gone wrong. Our top pick ends in an unspeakable nightmare, so fair warning, watch at your own risk. Joe Burris, or Amazing Joe, wanted to be the next Houdini, and to commemorate the great escape artist, Burris attempted a dangerous escape stunt on his hero's death day in 1990. What's more interesting is that Amazing Joe was a recovering addict, so the stunt was for the benefit of a drug treatment clinic. Pretty nice guy if you ask me, but things didn't go exactly as planned. Amazing Joe was chained, handcuffed and locked inside a transparent plastic coffin. The coffin was then buried 6 feet underground with an estimated 9 tons of cement and dirt poured over. And like a bad case of deja vu, the coffin collapsed. Amazing Joe did not survive the stunt and ended up sharing the same death day with his hero. Which one of these did you find the most horrifying? Let us know in the comments section below. And if you loved this video, join our fantastic tribe of Factnatics by smashing that subscribe button and hitting the notification bell right now so you won't miss out on our daily, life-changing, boredom-busting content. Couldn't get enough of mishaps and epic fails? Then check out our countdown of the 10 pranks that went horribly wrong. Till then, stay magical, Factnatics, and see you in the next video.